Flip man, flip man. It's the flip man. Flip man, flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are. We're in here for
welcome.
For today's live stream, doing some Q&A, some property evaluations, a few more things in here. Trying to get you guys minds right, in the famous words of Dave Chappelle, minds. But what's up, Tori?
What's up with you? I'm good.
Oh, man, just grinding, man. Just grinding.
I understand.
All right, so we're in here, guys, and so you all will pile in while you're doing that. It takes a second for us to get comments going. But we're here to talk about real estate investing. What up, James?
What's up, James?
Talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate. And I've been, since I watched this interview on Manish Parabay, I think I'm saying his last name right. He's a big investor or whatever, and his thing is one of the things he likes to focus on is number one, patience. And as far as investments, got to have a great deal of that. That's what all of it. And compound interest, and how long of a runway do you have? Meaning, like, and what he means by that, he uses like either 7 or 10 years as an opportunity to double money through normal investing. So if you're 20 years old and the runway is basically to 70, so you have a pretty long runway. That's 50 years. That's like me and you, and we're using 70 as a number. We have a short runway. Right. So now we have to do things if we hadn't done them previously, to like get more out of the runway that we have. Because I guess you basically focus on at 70, 65, 70, you're talking about retirement or whatever. And so, but with that being said, so that just got me thinking about compounding just everything, right? Like followers, subscribers, stuff like that. So,
okay.
Now, the algorithm will do that for you depending on the content, the audience that it triggers. And some of it has no rhyme or reason to me or whatever. But it seems like with enough sharing, you could compound any video, right? To just a tremendous amount. Because, okay, so you do know, okay, so 2 to the power of 10 is, if you go 10 levels of just multiplying 2, right? It'll come out to 1,024, right? I think I'm saying it right. So basically, we'll just use 1,000, take the 24 off. So if you want to say something, if I double $1 10 times, you just multiply that $1 times 1,000. So that's $1,000, right? If you double $1 10 times, it should be $1,000, right? So if I double $25 10 times, you multiply it times 1,000. That's 25,000. It'll be a little more than that, but 25,000. So now, if you double $100 10 times, 10 cycles, that's 100,000. So I just keep going. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
So if we started out with one person sharing, right, and then the next person share, it seemed like that would be an easy thing for the share. I talked about it last night too, but since we have to sort of wait till people pile in here a little bit, so
okay,
talk about some nonsense. Well, really not.
What number did you get to when you?
Oh no, it just depends on what it is.
How much they're sharing.
Yeah, like I watched one of his YouTube shorts, and he was talking. They say I did a little research. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's really irrelevant. The guy that is supposed to have been in chess, I found out. I don't think it's one person that's really designated as they invented chess, the game. But anyway, the way the story goes, the guy didn't invent chess, centuries ago. The king at the time was just so impressed and just became so addicted with the game that he told the dude, "What do you want? Just whatever you want, I'll give it to you." And so my man told him, "I want a grain of rice." So it's 64 squares on a chessboard, right?
Right.
I want a grain of rice. I want you to double a grain of rice for each square. Okay. So square 1, 1, square 2, 2, square 3, 4, 8, 16, right. 32, 64, and so on, right?
Okay.
By the time you get to the 64 square, what you think that? What? Okay,
because I think you was doing this the other day. It's like over 100,000 or something.
No. You way. Oh my God, you way off. So he told the treasurer of the kingdom, get him what he wants, because he thinking, hey, you just want rice, nigga. That's all you want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got that. We ain't got nothing else. So after a week passes, and the king noticed that the man hadn't gotten the rice that, he promised he was going to give it to him. So the treasurer said, well, I did some calculations and we don't have enough. He said, matter of fact, I don't think the world has enough.
Oh, wow.
If you double one, just one, we're saying a grain of rice, well, we're saying one, 64 times is like 18 quintillion. So to wrap your mind around what a quintillion is 1,000 trillions.
Oh,
but it's 18 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's not. Yes, it's not enough.
So that's the power of compound. Because you could take a penny, and in 27 days it'll be over $1 million if you doubled it in 27 days. If you double a penny for 27 days straight, it'll be over $1 million. It'll be like 1.3 actually, somewhere like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
My point is
the sharing.
Yeah. How can we accomplish that? Like, I'm sure somebody has done it, but it has to be just because you share with somebody doesn't mean that person that you shared it with is going to share it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the thing. So I just
that's the thing.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I think I can get so we only got 19, I'm showing right. It might be more, but I'm just showing 19 right now.
19.
So we got all 19 of those people to share.
We got eight of them have shared this video.
How you know that?
I can see it on the what's it called?
On what?
Not share. I'm sorry. Like they like the video.
I don't see the like thing.
At the top.
I just see the.
Are you looking at the video? No, I'm not talking about the StreamYard. I'm talking about on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at YouTube too. Yeah.
Okay, so I wish they could show how many people are sharing. I know they do that on TikTok and Instagram. I don't think you can see it on YouTube without getting into the the back end of it.
Yeah, you got to be in the back office.
On the back end of it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
So see, I want to figure that out. Right.
But like you said,
not just from my own
that
personal
you shared it with, they have to share it, and then that person have to share it like that.
See, so you organically make something go viral, because if that starts to happen, then the algorithms will pick it up too, and then they'll start showing the video to a lot of different people too. So it really wouldn't take that much. It'll take on a life of its own just from the algorithms. Am I right in thinking that?
Yeah.
Like if all 25 of these people that I'm showing here right now, if they shared it, and even if half of them shared it, that they sent it to, it was still, especially if everybody shared it like 3 times each. So that's 75. So half of them, that would be 30 something. What is that? 30, 75. That'd be 37.5, I think, 37.50 or something like that. And so it just seemed like it'll take a life. It wouldn't take much for it to take a life of its own at that point. But anyway, that's just something interesting. But it's more about the compound interest. And like if you guys, some of you guys may be on here, there's 18, 19, 20 or whatever. You could literally, if you've invested in a ETF, something like Vanguard or something like that. Google it. I ain't gonna try to explain it or whatever. Put $1,000 in there, and the world go like it's been going. In 50 years, that $1,000, oh my God, oh my God. Then you say, well, I know you want it now, but you do want to live that long too, right?
Right.
So you might as well have it in there, because
Right.
whatever you do in there between that time, right, good or bad, and don't ever touch it. It would be, I have no idea. It definitely it'd be 7 figures, but I have no idea. Yeah. Because he was talking about this guy that was a janitor at a college, and when he passed away, he left the college $4 million. And people like, how was that possible? He started investing when he first started there. Late teens, early 20s. He left the school $4 million.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah. So anyway,
it can definitely happen.
And that was part of the reason why I did that video, that animation with the other day that I showed.
Lean on me.
Yeah. That was it.
And appreciate you, Robert Moore, for sharing it. And everybody else is sharing. Appreciate you. And what up, Shelby Davis, for checking out the live.
Yeah. But I want to figure that out, though, Tori. I want to figure that out. Not only for our own personal use, but it would be nice if somebody had, and it may be out there, it would be some way to do like a lottery or sweepstakes based on a share. So it doesn't cost them anything, but but you be able to track it, right? You would be able to track the number of shares that their share generated. And from that, you might give one person or top 2 people a prize, or like in my case, I might give you lifetime coaching. You get whatever the max, whatever I charge for anything, you get that, whoever wins that, right?
Yeah.
And so it would be nice if it was something out there that could track that. Like how many
you're talking
shares,
about the share off of the share.
Yeah, the share off the share.
Yeah, I don't know
whose share creates the most engagement. But I guess that's a better way. Now I'm talking about that. That's just some coding. Somebody can do that. And I'm not even questioning that's not can be a thing. Would you agree or disagree?
Software could definitely do that. I see where I saw an article recently where Mr. Beast is creating some type of software that's going to give you more analytics from YouTube. I don't know if it's going to go that far, but I'm just saying it can be done. It could be done. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking more tracking in the sense of something that you can measure. So now you can reward somebody, that individual, that actual user. That's what I'm thinking more of. It could be like a share lottery, basically, a share sweepstakes, where you could literally reward somebody. We might say, forget Tyra, I don't want no coaching for, I need $1,000. So we might say whoever wins that share lottery or whatever, they win $1,000, but it doesn't cost anything to participate.
Because it used to be something where you shared a link and you could tell who shared the link and how many people it brought in. So I'm sure it could be done with shares and like, but I don't know anything out there that does it currently. I'm not saying it's not out there, because there's a lot of things that I don't know, but I'm sure it could be done. I'm sure it could be done.
Yeah, I know who I need to hit up about that. She knows all the kind of programs and stuff. She's been on my channel a couple. Her name is Ariel. I can't think what Ariel's last name, but she's a big data scientist chick. But she mess real estate with it or whatever. I'm gonna hit her up and see what she thinks about that. But anyway, so but we want
to reward the person.
Yeah. It's a way that it can be measured, so you can reward their engagement, their initiation, because it may not be them. It may be somebody they forwarded to, because they may only forwarded it to one person, but one of the people, that one person they forwarded to, may have created the real engagement, because they may have forwarded to 13 people and that turned into 1,300 or whatever other people. You see what I'm saying? So it's not just automatic you're going to get it because you shared. No, yours might have cut off right there in reality. You know what I'm saying? And it's sort of weird. I guess that's sort of like, it's still them though, isn't it? in a sense.
I mean, because it could be just as simple as you opening up your phone and sharing the link to YouTube. You know, they have a special, you know, like an affiliate.
Yeah.
And then you can see, you know, something like
Well,
that.
technically, that's what you're doing when you're sharing a link in some form or fashion, right?
But I'm saying the affiliate link would tag it to that person, you know.
Yeah, I got you. All right, cool. All right, so what we got? That's enough.
Oh, okay. First person is Miles D. And the question is, in regards to the truck parking, if I was to get a deal, would I physically be responsible for managing the lot?
Well, ideally, yeah, because it's going to require cleanup. That may not have to be you personally, but someone that's associated with you or paying with you or partnering with you, because the lot normally has to be maintained because trash and, you know, stuff like that or whatever. So, yeah.
Okay. The next one comes from James Bowers. When do you move from a contact list from PropStream and purchase another one?
Okay, so I guess he means whenever you build a list, if you're cold calling that list, or maybe even direct mail. I know with cold calling, they say ideally you want to go through that list 7 to 10 times, and before you feel like you've exalted, you know, all efforts on it. So,
okay. Let me check on Instagram. Okay, so if you have a property that you want to get comped, go ahead and put the information in the chat, right, Ty? Or do you want it in the other group? We're doing it here, right?
what?
The address to be comped.
That's a good question. You know what? Let's do this because they trip about you putting addresses.
Oh, they are. I see. I didn't know that. Okay.
Well, no. That ain't what I mean. I ain't saying I've gotten a flag or something, but a lot of you know, sometimes they put an address. They say I put an address in there, but the chat not showing it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of times it does though, but I know what you're saying. Like
sometimes small percentages. So I don't know. You know, I guess we technically hadn't had a huge problem with it. So
no, not a huge problem.
Yeah,
I have had a couple people.
if we have, you know, but yeah, they put it here. They do. I won't
That's
through all of that. You know,
I thought maybe you got dinged or something.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Well, good. Okay, well, I just let.
Also, we got one.
No, not yet.
Okay.
But
yeah, so you see at the bottom, if you're on YouTube, well, everybody can see everything. We're not on TikTok, so you see at the bottom scrolling. If you want to join the group where you can shadow me wholesaling commercial real estate, text the word I think it's SPY to 205-964-5243. What else we got?
James Bowers, when you responded about PropStream, he said yes, cold calling. So
yeah, 7 to 10 times. 7 to 10 times. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see here. I guess everybody is warming up.
All right. But yeah, what was the other thing? So y'all just gonna listen to me then. So
and I saw something like that because I was divvying around with what is it called? It wasn't investing, you know, but it was investing. But the way when I looked at the table, does it mean that everything has to be perfect in order for that scenario to work?
Okay, okay, good question. Okay, so basically, so certain like certain indexes, like the S&P 500 or whatever, historically they've like, I'm just using this as a number, don't hold me to this. They've in year to year 7%, right? Growth.
77. Okay.
Okay, so now we're using the rule of 72. So you take that percentage and you divide it in 272, so that's 10 point something. So we'll just use the number of 10 just to make easy math. So now that's when so that means the rule of 72 means that's how long, based on the percentage or the return that you're getting, how long it takes for your investment to double. Okay. All right. So if you know that's so now you know what your runway is, right? So if we're going to use the number of 10, so every 10 years it's going to double, right?
Right.
That ain't even including if you
Just
keep
leaving your
money.
money in the stock market for that long, not touching it, basically.
Yeah, not touching it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's not even including if you keep adding money to it every whatever cycle. You may do it every year, every month, every week, or whatever.
Right.
So basically, well, let's just do this. So we still ain't got no questions.
Fame God asks, any idea on why when I talked to a realtor, they told me this was illegal, and I assured him it wasn't, but I just want more information.
All right. Number one, what state? And while he's waiting on the state, but I'm here in Alabama. And if I call an agent and if they don't know what wholesaling is or really understand it, they're going to say it's illegal because they're supposed to, quote unquote, be the expert. But the same companies that close their deals, title companies and attorneys, close wholesale deals. It's just they don't know about it. And so they think their natural response, if I don't know about it, they're going to say it's illegal, right?
He's saying Ohio.
No, it's definitely not illegal in Ohio. No. Don't feel like you have to ask that question again. Like when I first got trained on this, and I was trained by one of Ron LeGrand's courses 20 plus years ago, and he said, "You're not going to believe me. You're going to go ask one of your realtor buddies about wholesaling, and they're going to tell you it's illegal." Guess what I did? I did exactly that. And guess what they did? They told me it was illegal. But for some, they listened to that. No, it confirmed I knew what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what it confirmed for me.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because one thing I know, Tori, and I think you do too, there are a lot of ways to make money. But probably one of the best ways to make money is doing what the masses are not doing. You know what I'm saying? Doing what the masses are not doing.
Because that doesn't even amaze me that 20 years later that some realtors still don't know about.
I can't see how possibly you don't know with all of this. I guess you be in your own little world.
Yeah, you in your own world.
You be in your own little world. You just don't know. But you're in the real estate world. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it'd be different if I'm in Zimbabwe and you in the United States. Okay, we ain't gonna see the same thing, but you're in the same world. You're in the same country, I guess we'll better say, in the same country. And, oh my God, huh? But all this content and oh my God, it's
But I still tell people go ahead. Most thing that you can learn is on YouTube, and people be like, "What? Like you can learn most anything on YouTube."
See, I don't even see why someone would go to school for programming, coding, anything. Why would you go to school for that? If you really want to do it, you'll learn that online because you're going to be. You just start. Am I missing something?
Well, I think people don't realize that by the time you get out of school, what you learn is probably going to be obsolete.
Yeah.
Or very old.
You have to miss yourself with most things. You have to miss yourself in that world, right? But that's something that can be self-taught, and somebody having a piece of paper behind their name versus you, if you started out when you was 12, they're not going to be more valuable to their company. If they people that are in that world that do the hiring, if you want to work for somebody, once you sit down with them, y'all start that conversation, they're going to already know you know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And probably with that more than anything, Tori, you can just show them. You know, you can just show them where your skill level is. You know what I'm saying?
And I understand people, because some people need that formalized way of learning. So people learn
different ways. I can get that.
People go. go to school, you know.
But it seems like that's one of those things you just have to be raw at just anyway. Just like it's almost like a
You mean
talent.
like coding, like
Yeah, it's
coding?
almost like
Yeah.
a talent. When you say
Yeah, I mean,
it could definitely be a learned skill. I think it could be a
it's
learned
very
skill.
tedious. It's very tedious.
Very tedious. So that's why I say that's where the talent, as far as patience, being the speed of it, just sitting there pounding keys on your keyboard, you know what I'm saying, and not making errors, you know. But anyway, so
my brother is actually a coder, so you know,
really?
he knows how to create software, all type of stuff. But
Really?
I can tell you have to be very,
You never told me that.
Yeah, I know. I never told you that, but yeah, my brother,
older, younger.
Older. Yeah, I have an older brother. Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's into IT.
So he went to school for it, or he taught himself?
Yeah. He actually has a master's degree in it.
So, but did he already know how to do it before he went to
school?
Yeah,
he self-taught himself at first, and then he went to school. Yeah.
Okay. See, that's normally the way it happens. It's not like, oh, I want to be a coder, and you've never coded before, and then show up at somebody's college. I'm sure that happens, but normally that ain't how it happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially now. It's just too much free stuff out there. I ain't never even looked into that on YouTube, but I would imagine it's an immense amount of content out there on that, man.
Oh yeah.
I can imagine.
That's why you see these companies now, they will hire you without college.
I know that. That's my point.
Yeah.
Because that's something you can show them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's just like I can sing, but I'm gonna go to somewhere school to learn how to sing. No, you either gonna know how to do that or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
well, I mean, you do know. I speaking of, like, not that I can sing, but I would think like how your breathing is, because I used to play.
You can improve that.
That's what I'm saying.
Either you 7 foot or you ain't, man. You know what I'm saying? So
basketball, you know what I'm saying?
They can't make me be 7 foot, right? Now coding different. That's different than that. But I think there's a degree of self-taughtness. If that's
because I would imagine if you're gonna be a professional singer, that you have to know how to breathe. It takes a lot on your vocal cord. So it's probably certain techniques like tea that you drink in. But you can teach yourself all this stuff. And I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? But I understand why people go to a school. But all I tell people is whatever you learn, turn it into your own business. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say to people, you know.
Yeah. Well, we got any questions? I know we all over the board.
I know we all over the place. You know, we'll be all day. Okay. Somebody put in the address, but Fame God was saying, thanks a lot. All I want to do, I want to do this and want to get started, but it make me feel like I shouldn't do it. Any people you could recommend mentorship in Ohio?
Okay. Man, mentorships cost money, man. I don't have anyone I can recommend. I know we all, Torian, would prefer someone to be able to hold our hand, right? Hand, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right. That costs money, right?
Yeah.
You may have it, so it ain't gonna be an issue. Now, I don't have anyone I can recommend or whatever, but that shouldn't stop you. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. When I want to know something, the best way for me to learn it is just through watching someone talking, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people are readers, you know, that they consume information better reading. Okay, just assume this internet thing didn't exist and it wasn't so accessible, because it ain't always existing now. I lived in a world where it did. So if I want to know it, Torian, bad enough, guess what Tyrone gonna do? And I don't like to read like that. I'm gonna read. So my point is, yeah, you would like a mentor. Yeah, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? I don't care what I don't care what your learning style is. If you can tap into somebody that's already doing what you want to do, we all want that. That costs money. So if you ain't got the money to pay for that, so now, I can't do it. No, you have to take the resources available to you and make it work, because that's what it's going to take to run a business anyway. When you don't have resources to do something, you don't let that stop you. Figure out a way. So starting just with the basics of it, learning, educate, I give it all the way right here on my YouTube channel. I'm glad you're here today. So yeah, you would love a mentor, but and I understand that, and most people we all want to reduce risk in anything that we do, and you're afraid to make a mistake. Well, that's one of the great things about this. Making mistakes don't put you out of business. You can make a mistake and still end up with a 5-figure payday. A ton of mistakes still end up with a 5-figure payday. So everything is here right on I don't care. I don't know what anyone else is doing out there on YouTube. I know I give it all away right here on my YouTube channel. So if you really want to do it, it's all here for you to take advantage of. And
to add to that, I like something that you say all the time is that we're millionaires in time. You know what I'm saying? Like we have more time than anything.
We're wealthy. We're time wealthy.
Yeah.
We're time wealthy. We are 168 hours in a week. Even if you work 60 hours a week, just for easy math purposes, you work 60 hours a week. That leaves 108 left, right? So that's somebody working overtime. I ain't use 40. I use 60. All right. So we're going to give you another 8 of sleeping. So what that is, 56. So that's 56. So we subtract that from the 108. So that leaves 52. We're even going to give you another 5 hours a day to do whatever you want to do, right? Right. Let's do 4 instead of 5. 4 hours a day to do whatever else you want to do. Family time, F-off time, whatever. So that's 28. So we subtract that 28 from 52. That still leaves 24 hours left in a week. If you divide that by 7, I'm sorry. That gives you 3.4 hours a day to still work on your business, or in this case, to start educating yourself. So there's really no excuse. We're time wealthy. And that's somebody working 60 hours a week. So now, assuming you're just working 40, now we can add 20 more back to that 24 hours that I just gave you. Now you got 6 hours a day. I said 3 hours a week. I'm sorry. You got 6 hours a day. With 60 hours, 3 hours a day. If you're working 40 hours, you have literally 6 hours a day that you can work on your business. There's no excuse.
Well, and not James, Fame God. If you're 21 years old, you're in the right place. Okay.
Your wealth of time is hey, you got a long runway.
21.
Man.
Yeah. All right. So let's see here. Okay, we said that. Okay. Now there's an address that somebody put in here.
We have an address. Yeah.
This is in Nashville. Cashville. Home of the Titans.
Nashville is like 3 hours from Memphis. It's a jump, ain't it? It's a haul.
If you're going really fast, you can do it in 2 hours. But I wouldn't advise anyone to do that.
We're trying to get there we can drive a little bit over the speed and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, about 3.5. 3.5.
So it's the same distance from Birmingham then.
Yep. You're right.
I mean, like
direction.
I mean, like Birmingham to Nashville is what I mean.
Well, I was gonna say from Memphis to Birmingham.
Yeah, I'm saying it's both. It's the same. It's like about 3.5 to Birmingham to Nashville, 3.5 to Memphis to Nashville. But from Memphis to Nashville is 3.5. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's
same month, man.
Yeah. So what's the address?
Okay, the address is 803 Inverness Avenue. INVERNESS. Okay. All right. Y'all can see my screen? Yep, I see it.
Yeah. So it says on the contract. Why are we targeting this? If they can answer. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole for no reason.
Yeah, James, let us know why you're targeting this.
Are you the one to have it on the contract? Otherwise, it's not available.
Let me see what he said. Because he had just posted, so I'm sure he'll post really quickly.
Okay. Why? Yep, man. So
I started that. I know we get into a whole nother topic, but that I didn't start watching it. I just watched a little.
Oh, the Vikings.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's kind of interesting.
Okay, yeah.
Does it have a take on it like the other show though?
What do you mean?
You know, in the middle of Game of Thrones, it's like these dead people.
No, see, it ain't. See,
It ain't that.
that's the only reason.
Now, you ain't got to give it away to me now.
No, I'm just gonna tell you that they don't exist. I ain't gonna give it away.
Okay.
See, Game of Thrones has a degree of sci-fi to it also, with the dragons and and what's the name. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have that.
Okay.
It doesn't have that.
Still good though. Okay.
Oh, still good. Good.
Okay. I don't know, James. What's going on, James?
Yeah, but it's listed. So
okay. We'll you want to come back
to that? Why? Yeah, it's on the contract.
Okay. Sharetta Jones. Hi, I was on the live last night and needed a property comped because she was talking about her lot worth $200K. The property needs a lot of work, she said. The address, and she gave the address. So you know what you're talking about?
Yeah, I remember that from last night. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let me go back. All right. So what's the address?
It is 9925 Georgia Avenue. This is in Silver Spring, Maryland. Yeah.
Maryland. Okay. All right. So this property is listed also. All right, guys. All right. Now I'm gonna still go through it just for the GP on it, but
okay.
All right. What was her name? Sharetta?
Sharetta.
Okay. So ideally, Sharetta, targeting properties that are already for sale that are listed, right? This is it for sale by owner. Now, it takes a lot of your superpower away as a wholesaler. So ideally, you need to already have a relationship with the buyers that are okay with stuff that's already advertised on the internet. Because technically, you're not doing anything special in the sense that they could, easily, if they wanted to target stuff for sale, they can just go there and just start making offers. A lot of times they want to deal with you as wholesalers is because you're bringing them stuff that's not for sale already that they didn't know existed, right? So I just want to make sure that you don't spend a lot of time on these or whatever. So, but anyway, so says single family. Let me see, do I have? I'm getting an update on Zillow because Zillow changed theirs. We had to go in and change our coding to
they updated.
Yeah, so it'll act right.
Okay.
So anyway, so let's get in here. Let me go back and forth. All right. All right, so trying to locate it here to make sure. Okay, so I guess it's right in here somewhere, right? Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to remove the boundary. It has the for real. Why does it keep doing that? We're going to go to sold, and we're going to reset the filter, and we're going to only do houses. Okay, so it's in this area right here, right? Let me just make sure on that before. No, I did that before. Grimes land. We had a self-storage facility up there. We've been trying to do a deal on for a minute.
In Maryland?
In Grimes. Where's it supposed to be? Where's it supposed to be?
Yeah, I thought this was
in Maryland, right? Okay, I'm in the wrong
Maryland.
I'm in the wrong place.
Oh, okay. Come on.
Why am I putting? Oh! I know what happened. Damn. Well, what's the address again? Oh, I got it right.
Okay, yeah, it's 9925.
Yeah, I got it right. I know what happened.
Maryland. Okay. Yeah, that's still.
Yeah. My bad. Won't happen again. That's why it came up because I copied. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. I was like Grand Land. Okay, so here it is right in here, right? So it's in this area right in here. All right, and let's use the draw tool. We're going to just focus in on this area right here. All right, hit apply. Okay, so we have several of them. So let's do this. What 780. We'll leave that 200 off. All right, so your property, I'm gonna remove this one because it's back for sale again. Your property was built in 1956. So we're trying to stay with similar years. We have 92, 91, 91. I'm going to remove those three because they're so much more newer. So we got two of them here we're working with. Close in size of yours, the what they sold for as far as price per square foot is similar. So it looks like the ARV on this would probably be about 721. So do we have photos of this property? No, we don't. They are tripping. All right, so the next thing is she said there was a lot included with it or whatever. So it's getting 50 views per day, not a lot of saves, been on the market 7 days. Let's try to take a peek at that lot that she's referring to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull it up in land ID first. So where was that in Maryland?
Silver Spring. What was it?
It was in Maryland.
Silver Spring, Maryland, right?
Yeah. You bastard. Let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in here. So the person is in, let me do that. Take that off. Oh shit, that'd be tripping. Matter of fact, I need to stop sharing so it won't even show on YouTube real quick. Let me just look at it.
Look
at it first. Put names on properties. All right. I don't see the additional lot that he has there. Okay, I'll share it now. So I just need to see. Let me make sure. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Let me start back sharing. How do I share? All right, so this is your lot here with the red dot. And if I had toggled this, it'll show the names, but we're not going to do that. It's because YouTube would trip about it. But I only show the one lot right here that they own versus that. So so the lot is, I'm not understanding the lot portion of it. I'm assuming it was next door. So with that being said, don't know what the condition of the property is because they don't have any photos on there. Sorry, realtor. Be mad at them. All right. So it automatically figures the repairs if it's livable. If it's not livable, it totals up the repairs. I mean, over here on the calculator side. So we now have to determine how much money we're going to make. So we normally do 10% of the ARV, which is $721,840,000. $840. So I'm just going to do 10% of that number, which would be 72, but I'm just going to do 70 just for even number sake. So looks like you need to be around 370, 440. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing, and I can't show investor base because it shows cash buyers' phone numbers. I'm just going to take a peek over there to see what buyers are paying for properties of similar type. So let me take a peek at that. Now, if you want to join the group where you can get this stuff comped, text the word push to 205-964-5243. Text the word push to 205-964-5243. All right.
So we'll have a banner for that.
Yeah, I was gonna wait till I. They can't see me. I can't see my screen anyway. So yeah. Here it is, right here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So let me see here. So let me see, guys. All right, so got some decent activity in here. So I saw one. It was a little smaller. It was a fix and flip. They played 425. Another one a little smaller. They paid 517. Another one smaller. They paid 240. So then another one smaller. They paid 864. So I see one that's 1,684 square feet. They paid 525, 350 for 1,500 square feet, 360 for 1,600 square feet, 350 for 1,300 square feet. So looks like if you could probably, and I don't know why you're targeting this because it was listed, right? That property.
This was one from last night that you.
Yeah. That was the land deal thing. It was listed. So I don't. Number one, I don't see the land, so that would have to be explained. But based on just the house itself, in order for you to do a deal on it, you're probably going to need it around maybe 450 or so. So it's quite a bit of the ways off. But again, I'm not even sure why you're targeting this one. Again, unless you have buyers ready to go that are okay with buying stuff that's already listed for sale on the internet, then I don't suggest you target these. So
Well, she's saying for sale by owner, no realtor.
It doesn't matter. It's listed for sale online. It doesn't matter. See, the thing is, all right, so what happens is, and I'll show you real quick. Okay, so I'll get rid of this investor base. See, whenever we want to know something, Tori, what's the first thing we do now is just human beings on this planet?
Google.
We're going to Google it, right? So that's the first thing we're going to always do. All right, so let's just go through that little process. Let me grab this address. Okay, so and then I'm gonna go to Google. All right, so if I put this address in, boom, click on it. First thing that comes up, boom. Then I scroll down. Here it is, listed by property owner, phone number, boom. Then they call them. Oh, this person is trying to sell it for. I'm just gonna use it as an example. They're trying to sell it for $650. You got it online for $600. Well, what's the deal? Are you the owner or they the owner? Deal blown up. Could be, or whatever. It just take. That's why you have to have the right buyers already that don't care about that and won't circumvent you trying to go directly to the owner or a realtor or broker. So that's what I mean by that.
Right, makes sense. I didn't want to ignore this one person, Phil, when we was talking about the S&P. He was saying the average is 10%. I think he was saying 7% or whatever.
I was just giving an example. I knew I was going to be right, but yeah. So now, basically, if you take that 10% and use the rule of 72, then it's going to double every 7 years because you divide the 10 into the 72. It's going to double every 7 years, 7.2 years to be exact. But so that would be your runway. So if you had an investment in something.
And James responded, he said, and this was the house in Nashville.
Yeah.
He says his best friend's house, but they are not going to sell. He wants to know, could he wholesale it?
If your friend's going, what were they asking, $750 or something like that?
think it was 750.
Let's assume that's the ARV. Is your friend gonna let you have it for 500?
Yeah.
450? You know, if then, yeah, most definitely. So you're asking a friend to take a $250,000 haircut. You know, so but they may have that level of motivation. So
Okay. Dave Darton posted a property on Facebook. It said, "Hey Ty, I have," and she's given the address.
she got the address, okay.
Yeah, talk with niece. She is over the land and trying to help her auntie sell it. She is willing to talk with me one-on-one if you can help, if I can help. Ty, it is listed, but she only listed it to try to help out. But I understand, Ty, if you don't want to deal with it. And it says the asking price is $294,000. But I'll give you the address. It's 38 Monarch.
What is it? 38 what?
38 Monarch Circle. I'm sorry, Monar. Yeah. And that's in Lumpasas, Texas. That's what it said.
What's his
78611.
That's it. Okay, it's a Burnett. Okay, 294. So what is this? This is land.
8.87 acres.
So look at this. Just check this out. What's her name?
This is Dave Darton.
All right. So Zoms puts these measurements here, right, to give some quick snapshots at some important data. It's been on the market for 240 days, right?
Yep.
11 views. No saves.
No interest.
That means it's way overpriced. Way overpriced. No interest. How many acres is it? Let me see.
It's 8.87 acres.
Yeah, right there. Okay. It's way overpriced. Just look at some photos here. I can't really tell much from that, but so that's the first thing. What is her question?
I guess she talked to the niece, and she's taking over the land and trying to help her auntie sell it.
Okay, so she's trying to see what a value would possibly be on something like this.
I think that's what she's asking. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see what we got. You know, Texas is non-disclosure, which means that its sales prices are not public record. Let me add that and go over here. It must have, okay, yeah, land. Let's see what we got. Maybe we come up with some good stuff here. So I'm gonna zoom out. So it's
that's what she's saying. She's saying she wants, what would the offer be?
Okay.
That's what we say.
Let's see here if we got anything. Don't show. Let me reset. Man, there's no activity in here. Where is this? Oof. So it's just okay.
Is it near anything?
Yeah, it's not near anything. So anything for sale. Okay, we got some activity for sale. Just a lot sold. All right, now this ain't the best way of doing it, but we have to go with what we got. All right, so let's add this one. Okay, it's gonna let me do them all. I'm gonna simulate it, see if it'll let me rip. So it's 22 of them. Let's see what happens. So it's just gonna take a second to add them all. So again, if you want to join the Telegram group where I'm comping properties on a daily basis beyond this, and just give me an opinion on properties and what you should offer, text the word push to 205-964-5243. Text the word push to 205-964-5243. I'll get you going in the right direction. Trying to build cash buyers list. You want to know what they're paying, who's paying, where they're buying, and their contact information. Text the word boss to 205-964-5243. We only got 3 more. Okay. See what we got here. This is a lot of data. Okay. All right. Boom. All right. So we go over here, go to land. Okay, so ours is 8.8 acres. So let's see if we can find some stuff that's closer in size. So most of this is, yeah, really like all of it, sort of close in size to it. So let's look at the ones that have a lot of views. None of them have a lot of views per day, just period. Um, Days on the market. A lot of these been on the market quite a bit of time. Ooh. So based on this, this looks pretty consistent though, doesn't it? I'm gonna eliminate that one. Based on this, the price per acre is probably around $26. So they have it priced, based on what these others are priced at, but basically none of them are getting any activity.
Yeah.
So because there's so many that are priced out there and they're overpriced, if she wants to move it, right, I would probably chop this in because nothing. The average sale price is 191. Let me see this one at 135. Does it have utilities? Let me see. Let me stop. Doesn't show any utilities or information or whatever. So looks like to me, if you wanted to try to be stand out from the crowd here with 8 acres, I would probably go at half the number here. So if you did that at 13, you'll be around maybe 115 or so, 116. I would even probably go lower than that when I say 13,000 per acre. I would try to start out at maybe I would try to sell it at maybe 100 if they're trying to move it quick or whatever. Otherwise, it's just gonna probably sit there, whatever. So there are other factors that go into it, but I'm just looking at what other properties are trying to sell for. None of this stuff is moving. The average, looking at average days on Zillow, 268 days. They just overpriced, for right now. So, yeah.
And Day is asking if she accepts the offer, can we partner?
Yeah. I thought you were just trying to help them in that sense of just getting them so they can sell it fast. Oh, now if I'm gonna get involved, we need to go below that. We need to be probably at 80, and then answer your question. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she's also saying yes, there's electric but no water.
Okay. No, that's cool. All right. Yeah. Um, I need to see how much road frontage is on this, since she's want me to get in this thing. Yeah. All right. So where's my thing? Texas. Okay, let me take them off. It didn't identify. I wonder what their names is. I'm trying to see the road frontage on it, but whatever.
The road access.
Yeah. So it looks like this is they're within a neighborhood or whatever. So that's cool. How big are these lots though? That's only half. How big is that? That's 1 point. So something in here that's 8 acres. That's 5 acres. And maybe a couple of these are joined together. I would have to know the person's name to really find it or whatever. But that's fine. I see the general area. So yeah. So I would start out at 80.
80.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The next one comes from Will Helmus.
It's another comp.
Question. No.
Of course.
No. This is a question. Good morning. In your opinion, where should I put my efforts to close my first deal? I got my VA calling absentee owners who own 2 or more free and clear. I start calling self-storage this week. I'm thinking land might be the fastest play and might pause on the storage.
houses is probably going to be faster if you get a deal, but finding a deal is probably going to be land faster. So I'll go with the land.
And the last one was with Dave just saying thanking you for providing the info.
All right, cool. All right, so yeah, so again, text push if you want to continue to get stuff comped. Join the Telegram group, and I'll answer more questions than that, of course. The wholesaling, Shadow Me Wholesaling, commercial real estate, SPY. Love to see you in there because basically you're going to see it live happen. So, there you go. Need to be a pre-foreclosure list. Test the word MOVE, 205-964-5243. Won't be here Monday or Wednesday of next week. So we'll be back next Friday for this. Should have the Flipping North 311. Share.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Share. And that other person shares. Well, we're 18 quadrillion.
Oh, yeah.
18 quadrillion.
That's what we want.
Quadrillion, yeah. All right, guys. Appreciate it, Torian. And as I always like to say, we'll see you on the FLIPSIDE.
Let's get it.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.